How's it going, everyone? Marriland here, and I'm back with another box opening video for the Pokemon trading card game. Oh yeah, and this time I'm opening up Pokemon X and Y. Yeah, the newest Pokemon expansion for the trading card game here is indeed Pokemon X and Y. And it was just released, like, in February, so it's still pretty new, that's for sure. But yeah, one really neat thing about this, actually two neat things. First, it introduces a new type. I guess I could be talking while I'm opening this thing, huh? It introduces a new type, Fairy type, and that includes basic energy as well. So there is indeed basic Fairy energy now, which is a contrast to the Dragon type they unveiled in Dragons Exalted, which, while there was a Dragon type of Pokemon, they did not make a Dragon energy. But anyway, on top of that, they also released a new type of card, Mega Evolutions. So yeah, should be pretty cool. They're still keeping EXs. And yeah, let's go ahead and open this thing. What do you say? Although I guess beforehand, while I get set up, right around when this video is being made, I don't know if I have it going yet, but I'm planning a big giveaway over on Marriland.com. where you might be able to win one of these. Yeah, that's right, you heard me. A booster box of X and Y. I'll be giving one of those away over on my website, so be sure to check that out for details, because I'm really looking forward to that. I think it'll make someone's day. It'll be awesome. But anyway, just in case you don't happen to win, or if you just like to see what these cards are all about, let's go ahead and open a box on camera. What do you say? Ooh. So, what kind of stuff am I going to get in my first pack? Well, let's find out. Venipede. Alright, seen enough of them, huh? Skiddo! Oh, look at that thing. It's got lead. You flip a coin. If heads, you search for a supporter, reveal it, and put it in your hand. Not too bad. Zorua. Alright. Whoa. Now, just before anyone starts complaining, I open my packs the way they're meant to be opened. I know some people do the whole, hey, let's move the rare stuff to the back kind of thing. I don't do that. I like to just open the packs in the order they came in. Oh, look at that. That's one of those new Fairy types. See? It's Wigglytuff. And it has Balloon Barrage. It's okay. Double Edge is pretty strong, though. Yeah, 90 for 3, 10 to itself. Not too shabby. Diggersby! Ah! What is this thing doing here? Oh, you can put 2 item cards from your discard pile into your hand. That's okay. Ledian. And a Girder! And I don't give away all of the codes, but I will give away one here, so here you go. Again, it's first come, first serve. This is for the Pokemon trading card game online. You can input this and get a booster pack of Pokemon X and Y, but again, only the first person to enter this gets it, so go! Unless, you're watching this way later, then guess what? Probably was taken and you don't need to waste your time. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, I don't do the whole rearranging thing. It's just sort of a thing of mine. I just like to open it this way. Hopefully it doesn't bother too many people, but it just kind of drives me crazy. I don't know why. But I really don't like that. It's like, I don't know if it's an OCD thing or what. So this Voltorb has Destiny Burst. Not to be confused with Destiny Deoxys. Destiny Burst, basically if this is active and it's knocked out by damage from an opponent's attack, you flip a coin, and if heads, you put 5 damage counters on that Pokemon. Oh man, kind of gnarly. Look at this Chespin. Oh, that's right, we finally get a chance to see all those cool Kalos Pokemon in here. And of course, Chespin is one of them. Oh, it's a Shauna! Foil Shauna at that. This is actually a pretty nice card. You shuffle your hand into your deck and then draw 5 cards. So it's just a nice, reliable supporter card to put into your deck because it's good for kind of cycling your hand. It's more reliable than N, let's say. So it's pretty cool. Bother. Oh, that's kind of funny. Knockback. Probably not all that great, but it's still there. Whirlipede, Continuous Tumble, Cassius. Shuffle one of your Pokemon and all cards attached to it into your deck. Huh. And it's a supporter at that. That's kind of wild. Go figure. Alright, let's see. I guess if you need room on your bench or something. Probably isn't something you want to put in every deck, but it's there. Alright, we got Phantom. Oh, Bunnelby. I love the artwork on this. I'm not usually a fan of the 3D artwork, but I really like how this looks. I think it's a nice look. I don't think it looks too, too obviously 3D. It fits really well. Pumpkaboo. Panpour. Hey, what's up? Why are there flowers here? Scatterbug. Here, I'm just gonna put this thing on Wonder Trade, right? Kakuna. Oh, that's great. Oh, here we go. It's an Aegislash. So there's actually two Aegislash cards. This is one of them. This is a foil rare, as you can see here. And they actually did change the foil pattern. Yeah, it's kind of wild looking. I don't know if I like it or not. Kind of miss the old sparklies. But, oh well. Its ability, Stance Change, basically lets you switch this Aegislash with another one in your hand, which will have a different, attack and stuff. This King Shield thing, 50 damage, so it's not a lot, but you do prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks during your opponent's next turn. So that's kind of neat, but you can't use King Shield next turn. So ideally you switch to your other Aegislash in your hand, which has another attack. I might be able to show you that too. Now this Inkay, once during your turn, if this Pokemon is confused, you may search your deck for a card that evolves from this Pokemon and put it onto this Pokemon. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. It doesn't do all that much aside from confuse itself and the opponent, both literally and figuratively, but then you can get Malamar out, so I guess that's kind of alright. Lunatone, Corsola. Alright. Okay, let's see what we got here. Look at this Slugma. Oh, Pansage, Staryu, Swirlix. Oh yeah, there's another fairy type for ya. Kind of neat looking. Another Scatterbug. Oh joy. Electrode. And a Tauros. That is my rare, believe it or not. Yeah, I mean, I guess 30 for one. That's kind of neat. Shadow Circle. So this is one of the new stadium cards in Pokemon X and Y. Each Pokemon that has any dark energy attached to it, both yours and your opponent's, has no weakness. So it's kind of nice for, let's say, Darkrai. Getting rid of that weakness. Oh man, that's just monstrous. Yeah, although, you know, you have to give up Verbank City for it. It's kind of a pain. I know a lot of people play that. I don't know, I haven't played the card game in a while, actually. I still collect, but I don't like how many big basics and everything there are around. The game's changed so much since I started playing it. I started playing it like way back, where, you know, you had Rain Dance, you had the damage swap thing, you had just all sorts of stuff. And, you know, then it kind of devolved to just playing Super Energy Removal 2 and all that. Sneasel Slowking, and, you know. Yeah, let's see. Flash Needle. Interesting. Solrock, Volbeat. And this is a new card in X and Y here. It's a tool thing, a Pokemon tool. So you attach it to one of your Pokemon, and while it's attached, the attacks of that Pokemon do 20 more damage to the opponent's active Pokemon. So that's actually really nice. It doesn't even have to be like on a non-EX or something. So this works even if you attach it to a Pokemon EX, as far as I can read it, and that's pretty good. Because, you know, EXs just didn't do enough damage as is. But it obviously works on things that aren't Pokemon EX as well. Alright, anyway. Next up, Rhyhorn. Oh, there's a Honedge, huh? Kinda cool. Bidoof, really? Really? Why? Pikachu! Spritzy. Ooh, foil double colorless energy. That's nice. Like all the little foily colorless energies on the bottom. That's cool. A Bisharp. Metal Wallop. Huh. Super Potion. You heal 60 damage from one of your Pokemon. If you do, discard an energy attached to that Pokemon. Okay. Oh, poor Herdier. It looks like so worried about something. I don't know what, but... Huh. And a Fletchinder, huh? Alright, well, nothing too exciting so far. Oh, there we go. Here's a new Fairy Energy. That's pretty neat. Ooh. Yeah, kind of an interesting symbol. I don't know exactly what I think about it, but I guess it gets the job done. It's very pink. Alright, let's see. Skitty! Spoink. Pawniard. I see something coming. A Fletchling. A Pansage. And what is this? This is Mega Venusaur EX. Oh yeah. So it has this move thing called Crisis Vine. Does 120 damage, and the opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed and poisoned, meaning they can't just like switch out or anything, and the poison will just tear them apart. Combine this with Burbank City, and ow, they're going to be knocked out. Even an EX is going to be knocked out by the time it rolls around to your turn again. So yeah, that is pretty nasty. You better make sure you have your Verizon EXs out because, woo man. Now, in order to Mega Evolve a Pokemon, I think it still counts as like an evolution thing. It says evolves from Venusaur EX. So you have to wait a turn. But on top of that, when one of your Pokemon becomes a Mega Evolution Pokemon, your turn ends. So you Mega Evolve it, and then your turn ends immediately. So that kind of stinks. On top of that, it has a standard Pokemon EX rule, so if it's been knocked out, your opponent takes 2 prize cards. Yeah, so kind of neat, really. Kind of interesting. New mechanic. Don't really know if I like it or not, but hey, why not? And then there's this card, the Hard Charm. It's kind of like an Eviolite, if you remember that card, except it doesn't only have to be attached to basic Pokemon. Any damage done to the Pokemon this card is attached to by an opponent's attack is reduced by 20 after applying weakness and resistance, though. So that's pretty cool. And there's a Doublade or Doublade. I've heard people say both, really. I don't know. I always say it like Doublade, I guess, and I probably am not right. It's supposed to be double, you know, that's sort of the pun, so... I don't know. I don't know. I've heard people say both. My brother, he always says Doublade. I'm like, the what? Doublade. Oh, so I don't know. Pronunciations. You know how that goes. All right. Speaking of which, we got Swirlix here. I love to do that. All right, Staryu, Pansear. Look at that thing. It's like, woo! I'm the best in the world. Here's another Inkay. Common Inkay. Cosmic Spin. Ooh, a Go-Goat. Go-Goat. Interesting. So its lead lets you search your deck for up to 2 supporter cards, reveal them, and put them into your hand. Huh, interesting. 70 for 3, or you can make it 90 for 3, but then do 20 damage to yourself. So that's kind of interesting, I guess. Roller Skates. Feeling lucky? Flip a coin, and if heads, you draw 3 cards. It's okay, I guess. Crocorock just sliding around in the sand without a care in the world. I love it. Oh man, Mega Venusaur EX. Looks kind of cool. There's that, and there's also Mega Blastoise EX. I think those are the 2 Megas in this set. But there are other EX Pokemon in here too. Phantom. Metal Energy Basic, huh? Chawbuk! And another Chawbuk! I don't get it. What did I do to deserve these snakes? Oh, Illumise. Look at that. It's just so great. Omelette! Oh man, I love that art. It's so awesome looking. Just really brings Illumise to life, I guess. Search your deck for a grass Pokemon, reveal it. I didn't even read its attacks. I'm sorry. It's not like that great, but it's not too bad. It's good at least. Weedle. Oh wow, all these energy cards, jeez. Skitty. Oh, another Inkay. Wigglytuff. Now this is another Wigglytuff. This is the rare Wigglytuff, and it has an attack that its name cracks me up. It's called Hocus Pocus. and it's actually kind of decent. The defending Pokemon can't attack during your opponent's next turn. So you use this, and they can't even attack you back unless they like switch out or evolve or something. And on top of that, for 1 energy, you search your deck for a basic energy card and attach it to one of your Pokemon. That's not too shabby. I mean, it's not the best thing in the world, but it's kind of neat. There's a Quilladin. Look at that thing. It's got some scrunch. Woodhammer. Professor Sycamore. Hey! So another interesting rule with Professor Sycamore, actually. Yeah, you may notice its effect is very familiar. Discard your hand and draw 7 cards. If you said Professor Oak, congratulations, you're old school. But if you said Professor Juniper, you're also correct, because that was Professor Juniper's effect. Now, the rule with this is you can either play Professor Sycamore or Professor Juniper, but not both. So pick one, and you can only play up to 4 of that. So you don't get to play 4 Juniper and 4 Sycamore in your deck, because that would be just crazy. I don't really know why they did that. I'm not exactly in favor of it, but oh well, whatever. Whatever, that's how it goes. But that's one of the rule changes. They actually changed a few other rules too, like now you actually flip to see who goes first before you've even drawn cards. So that's kind of crazy. And you get to choose who goes first if you win the coin flip or whatnot. Oh, there's that Malamar. It's not all that great, really. Look at that thing. It's like, I'm just dancing. I got my strut on. Look at me. It's got a fire tail slap. It's got a clairvoyant eye. Life is good for that thing. Delcatty's opened up an energy salon. Huh. Didn't know there was such a thing. This is a decent card, too. Red card. It's not a supporter, but your opponent shuffles his or her hand into his or her deck and draws 4 cards. That's crazy. For not being a supporter, make your opponent shuffle their hand? Like, they could have good stuff in there. It's pretty decent. Let's see, what other rules? You can no longer attack on your first turn if you go first. So that's why, you know, you might want to go second when you win the coin flip. So that's kind of interesting, I guess. Alright, I'm sure there's a few other stuff I'm forgetting, but I know those are some of the big things. Oh, Pokemon Catcher's been changed, but I'll talk about that in a moment, because look at this Delphox. Oh, yeah. What does it say? It says Mystical Fire. You may draw cards until you have 6 cards in your hand. It's like a once during your turn thing. That's great. It's like a free Bianca you can use every turn. It doesn't have to be active or anything, so that's nice. And if you had, say, several of these out, you could use each one of them separately, because that once during your turn, well, that's once for this card, you know, not every single one of them. And on top of that, for 3 colorless, it does 50 right off the bat, but 20 more for each fire energy attached to it. So if you have 3 fire energy on this, you're hitting for 110. Not too shabby at all. And then a double colorless here. And some roller skates and a Dunsparce. Oh my. But yeah, Pokemon Catcher has been changed now, so its effect requires a coin flip. You need to flip heads in order for Catcher to work. So yeah, the days of those catchers just sniping everything out are not entirely over, but they're not a sure bet. Jigglypuff. Ah, there's a Greninja. Sweet. So what does this thing do? I know it's a little hard to see because of the foil pattern. Once during your turn, you may discard a water energy card from your hand. If you do, put 3 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. Oh, that's kind of cool. Doesn't even have to be active for it. And then, Mist Slash. This attack's damage isn't affected by weakness, resistance, or any other effects on your opponent's active Pokemon. Does 50 damage. That's pretty cool, actually. Kind of neat. If you got a few of these out, use like energy retrievals and stuff like that. Get back the energy. Keep discarding it. I don't know. It could be neat. Massage and slap down. Mr. Mime's got it going on. Oh, what is this? This is some Evo Soda. Mmm, sounds tasty. Search your deck for a card that evolves from one of your Pokemon and put it onto that Pokemon. This counts as evolving that Pokemon. Shuffle your deck afterward. You can't use this card during your first turn or on a Pokemon that was put into play this turn. So, yeah, it's kind of interesting. You know, you search for something that evolves. and put it on directly. So it has its advantages over, say, like rare candy and stuff, or even just searching for things right off the bat, but I don't know. I'm kind of mixed on it, really. Kind of mixed on it. But some people like it, so that's good. Froakie! It's such a happy Froakie. Look at that thing. It's so happy. It's just dancing around. Sandile, like, ah, feed me! I love this Diglett. Mine! I just want to play this Diglett and just say mine all the time. Just mine! Mine! Talking like a 2-year-old, right? Alright, let's see. Of course I do that every day, right? Okay, so this Rhyperior here, kind of scary. Flip a coin for each fighting energy attached to this Pokemon. It does 50 damage times the number of heads. But also for 130, for 4, it does 130, but it can't use that attack next turn, and it isn't affected by weakness and resistance. There's that other Aegislash here. This thing has stance change as well, which I described earlier, but it also has Buster Swing. Oops, there we go. For 4, 2 metal and 2 colorless, and does 120, and isn't affected by resistance. That's actually pretty nice. It'd be nicer if it was like 3 or something, but the 120 is certainly sufficient. Like a 3 for 90 I think would be ideal. But really it's fine. It's meant to be used with the other things, so the other Aegislash, you alternate between the two. Alright, so we have this Max Revive here. Put a Pokemon from your discard pile on top of your deck. Interesting. Sort of an alternative to like Revive and stuff. Wouldn't say it's the greatest thing in the world, but oh well. I gotta pick up the pace here. Oh my goodness, I'm talking too much while going through these cards. Just notice the time. But that's okay. I mean, we've seen most everything anyway. Just kind of getting through the stuff. Yeah, let me say, wow, why am I getting so many super potions, huh? Huh? Alright, let's see. Yeah, I like to talk about the art and the history of things. I don't know. A little bit. That's just how I am. That's how I am whenever I open packs. I just love to look at stuff. Wild barking. Okay. No, not Diggersby. Oh, look at this Frogadier. Looks pretty cool. It's all like, I don't know, just chilling by a waterfall. Just chilling by a waterfall. Ooh, I'm opening this pack backwards. What does that mean? Normally I open it from the other side. Oh, really? Did this have to land right there? Come on, go away. Maybe it has something good in here, huh? Maybe. Have to see. Pikachu! Beedrill and a Slurpuff! That's kind of decent. Each of your Pokemon that has any fairy energy attached to it can't be affected by any special conditions. And you remove any special conditions affecting those Pokemon. That's pretty nice. There's this Verizon EX that has a similar ability except for grass energy. It's a basic Pokemon though, but it's also an EX, so it has its uses. This Slurpuff is pretty decent in things. Alright, and then there's a Rainbow Energy. They reprinted this. Pretty much the same thing as before, except now it will include Fairy Energy. And Great Ball. Cool. That's just great, I guess you could say. Alright, almost halfway through the box. And we've pulled exactly one Pokemon EX, but it's a Mega, and that's pretty cool. 2 Pansear. What is going on? Hard Charm, double colorless, and another Diggersby. No! Alright. Chespin. Oh, I see something there. I see something there. What will it be? Ah, Yveltal EX. Oh, that's cool looking. So this has Evil Ball, which dark and a colorless. It does 20 plus 20 more for each energy attached to both active Pokemon. So it's sort of like Mewtwo EX, except it costs 1 dark and a colorless instead of 2 colorless, and it does 20 plus the amount, as opposed to just 20 times the amount. So it does 20 more than Mewtwo's. On top of that, for a dark and 2 colorless, it has Y Cyclone for 90, and you move an energy from this Pokemon to one of your bench Pokemon. It's kind of alright, I guess. Kind of interesting. but it's also weak to lightning instead of fighting, so it's kind of nice. It's resistant to fighting in that regard, so that's kind of cool. Makes it an alternative in Darkrai, let's say. And here's another stadium. It's called Fairy Garden. Each Pokemon that has any fairy energy attached to it, both yours and your opponent's, has no retreat cost. That's really nice, because let's face it, being able to retreat is a very nice thing. Not gonna lie, it helps you kind of switch your Pokemon around and get out of different situations. So being able to retreat for free is definitely a good thing. Alright, so we're halfway through the box, and we've pulled exactly 2 EXs, but it looks like there's something else. Looks like we're getting another one. What could it be? Oh, it's Venusaur EX! There we go, now I can actually use my Mega Venusaur. That's cool. It's relatively straightforward, I guess. It wouldn't be too impressive if it weren't for the Mega, but that's fine. That's fine. Well, I feel pretty good now about pulling 2 in a row. Okay. But maybe, hopefully I'll get some more. I know that they still have full art EXs and stuff in here, so hopefully I can get some. Ah, Chestnut, look at that. Touchdown! I mean, that's literally its attack name, Touchdown. I know, it does 90 damage, and you heal 20 damage from this Pokemon. That's cool. And Spiky Shield. If it's damaged by an opponent's attack, you put 3 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon. So that's kind of cool. Put like a Rocky Helmet or Rock Guard on that, and wow, what do you even do against that thing? I don't know if I'd waste my A-Spec slot on a Rock Guard. Someone could just like Tool Scrapper it away, but oh well. Oh well, it's still pretty cool. And I guess now we've seen all of the starters, so that's cool. Their final evolutions. Todrio. Now if I can get a Xerneas EX, obviously they have Xerneas EX in here, and it's pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. Fennekin. Voltorb, Chespin, Tailo, Spritzy, Bidoof, Foil Bidoof. Oh, here's a normal Yveltal. It's just a rare. It doesn't look like it's foil or anything. And it's okay actually. For a dark, does 30 damage for 1 dark, and you attach a dark energy card from your discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon. That's nice. Also, for 2 dark and a colorless, it does 100, but if you get tails on a coin flip, it can't attack next turn. Not just can't use that attack, but just can't attack in general. So that's kind of a shame. But, I don't know, maybe pair it with like Darkrai or something. Darkrai EX, that is. Because that gets rid of any retreat cost on Pokemon with a dark energy attached, so that's pretty cool. It's been around for a while. But still a good card. Malamar. Oh, this is a different Malamar. It's interesting. Mental Trash. You can discard up to 4 cards from your opponent's hand if they get unlucky. They actually flip with Mental Trash. I think they flip 4 coins for each tails they get. Let me double check that. Yeah, for each tails they get, they discard a card from his or her hand. Or from their hand, I'm sorry. Whoops. Okay, let's see. We got Skiddo! Zorua. Snakes in a tree, huh? Another Inkay. Simisage. Look at that Simisage. That's so awesome. It's like, hey there. Oh, so great. Oh, Professor's Letter. This is a nice card. It's really nice. Search your deck for up to 2 basic energy cards, reveal them, and put them into your hand. It's not a supporter, so you can just use it and get 2 energy from your deck, like just like that. It's awesome. Very useful in actually quite a lot of decks. I could see it fitting in there. Spoink! On your Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff, a flower is not a microphone. Sorry. A cargo. Frogadier, another Professor's Letter. Alright. Woo! Alright, so we got Diglett, Jigglypuff. Seems like they put a lot of Jigglypuffs in here, huh? Huh, that's wild. Don't know if you can see it, but there's already some damage on this Phantom. Just kind of sad. I mean, you just saw me open this, right? Hey, quality control, get on it. Alright, Rhyhorn and another Slurpuff. That's kind of cool. So there we go. Kind of cool. I already explained what it did, so I don't need to go over it again. Alright, nearing the end here. Ooh. Alright, look at that. Fairy energy. Cool. Oh, that's weird. There's like this line on this. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but there's like this kind of line on that Spoink. Huh. Oh, Furfrou. Look at that. Look at that. It's actually kind of decent. Use that with that hard charm thing, because its ability, it prevents damage, 20 damage done by attacks to that thing. So that's cool. And also 3 for 80 is not too shabby. And if you get heads, you discard an energy attached to your opponent's active. It's a good card. It's not too shabby, really. And a Raichu, which isn't really all that great, unfortunately. Not at all. Ooh, more Evo Soda. Sure, I'll take it. Just get some, what is it, Vanillite? Make an Evo Soda float, huh? Whoa! Alright, wow, I'm getting a lot of fairy energy. I guess that's a good thing. Braixen. Ah, Greninja. And this is the normal foil Greninja, so that's cool. Another Braixen. Oh, here we go. Team Flare Grunt. Remember I was telling you about those super energy removals? Well, this isn't quite that, but it does discard an energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. However, it uses up your supporter for the turn, so I don't know. I don't know. Probably better off just running Crushing Hammer and hoping for the best. Or I think Enhanced Hammer is still legal. You could use that. Discard a special energy for sure, and it's not even a supporter card. Wigglytuff, Tauros, Lunatone, Max Revive, and Sableye. Oh, here, have a code. It's been a little bit. Alright, let's see. Nearing the end here. Oh man, alright, so. Jigglypuff. Let's get this into focus. There we go. Shelter. Oh, I see something on the side, huh? What is it? What is it? Oh, Mega Blastoise EX. That's pretty cool looking. So I got the other Mega EX here. Whoops, there we go. And yeah, so 220 hit points. 3 energy, it does 120, and it does 30 damage to 2 of your opponent's bench Pokemon. That's pretty crazy for 3 energy, really. But remember, you do have to waste your turn evolving it, or Mega evolving it, or whatever. Huh. I don't know. It's kind of neat. Guess I'll put it there. I need the Blastoise to go with it, though. That's the only problem. That's where they get you. It's like, oh, you got that cool card, kid. Well, you need the other EX for it. So instead of just, you know, oh, I can just play this right away, you need 2 EX things. Man, it's crazy. Alright. Nearing the end. Voltorb. That Grumpig. Alright, Cassius, Dunsparce, Evo Soda. So 4 EXs so far. Certainly no legendary treasures, but oh well, that's fine. It would be nice if I could get, you know, a full art, because usually you're supposed to get a full art in a box. Simipour likes long walks on the beach and recycling. Alright, let's see. 3 packs remain. What kind of fun stuff will I get in here, huh? Timber. Pikachu. Another Delphox. And another Rhyperior, huh? Wild. Alright, 2 packs remain. What kind of stuff waits inside of here? Will I get that full art? I don't know. Gonna find out. Foil Great Ball and a Beedrill. Kinda sad. One other card I haven't found is a Vivillon, actually. I think they're are several different Vivian cards. And they vary, I think, based on where you're from. I don't know how that all works. I've seen some pictures. Alright, final pack, and it looks like I do not get a full art. Wah, wah, wah. But that's okay. I did get 4 Pokémon-EX, 2 of which are Mega. So let's take a look right here. We got these 2. Oh yeah, look at these bad things. Nice. And on top of that, I got Venusaur-EX, the normal one, and Yveltal-EX. Pretty cool. But yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching this. I will certainly be doing more of these in the future. They're fun. They're fun. But yeah, if you want a chance to open up a box and you're watching this video more or less right when it came out, like February 2014, definitely stop by my website, Marriland.com, because should have something up really soon with giving away a box. So how cool is that? But anyway, I will see you on the next episode of Marriland's Pokemon Trading Card Game Box Opening Adventures. Oh yeah! See you next time, Mega Evolutions! Whoa!